Om Sri Sai Ram. My most humble pranam at the lotus divine feet of Mother Sai. Today we start our computer class. First of all, join your hands, close your eyes, start 3 Omkars. Om. 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 Sai Ram. Today we start lesson number 6, Formatting in MS Excel 2010. In the previous chapter, in previous class, you already learned about the MS Excel. In this chapter, we learn about the formatting in MS Excel 2010. In the Excel, all of you know you can do the calculating work, mathematical calculations. We can also do the formatting work in Excel. First of all, we learn about the selecting cell. How do you select the cell? You need to select cells when you format or edit a worksheet in Excel. You can select either a single cell or a number of cells together. To select a single cell, click on the cell. Without selecting cell, you can't do anything. You can't do the editing or formatting without selecting. First of all, you have to select the cell. To select the single cell, you have to click on the particular cell. Then after selecting a group of adjacent cells, to select a group of adjacent cells, follow these steps. First of all, click on the first cell in the group. Then after, keep the shift key pressed and click on the last cell. The selected cell will get highlighted in blue. You can see in this picture, the selected cell is displayed with the highlighted with the blue color. Then, selecting a group of non-adjacent cell. To select a group of non-adjacent cell, follow these steps. First of all, click on the first cell. Then after, keeping the control key pressed, click on the cell to be selected. If you want to select the adjacent cell, that time you use the shift key, and if you want to select the non-adjacent cell, that time you use the control key. Next is selecting an entire row. How do you select the entire row? All of you know the horizontal line in Excel, that's called the row. To select entire row, select the first cell in the row and press Ctrl plus Shift plus right arrow key to select the entire row. To select the entire column, you have to select the first cell in the column and press Ctrl plus Shift plus down arrow key to select the entire column. And if you want to select the whole worksheet, you have to press the Ctrl A to select all, or Ctrl plus Shift plus space bar. The whole worksheet will be selected. Next is formatting data. You can change the font size, font style, font color, and so on of the data. To format the data in cells, follow these steps. First of all, select the data. I previously told you, first of all you have to select the data. Then after you can do the formatting. On the Home tab, go to the font group. Then choose a font from the font drop down list. Choose a font size from the font size drop down list. To make the data bold, click on the bold button. To italize the data, click on the italic button. To underline the data, click on the underline button. To change the text color, click on the font color button. Here you can see all the buttons are there. This is bold, this is italic, this is underline, and this is for the color font. Here you can see this is the font group. Here all options are there. Size, style, bold, italic, under all options are here available. You can use any one option to format your cell or data. You can also apply this formatting feature by opening the Format Cell dialog box. On the Home tab, click on in the font group. This type arrow is there in the font group. You can click on that particular arrow. The Format Cell dialog box opens. Choose font, font style, size and color. Whatever you require, you can choose by your requirement. Next is the aligning data. Alignment refers to the position of data within a cell. There are a number of options available in Excel to align data. To change the alignment of data, use the different options in the alignment group on the Home tab. There are different options of the alignment in the alignment group. The different alignment options are explained in table 6.1. The first three options specify vertically alignment. The last three specify horizontal alignment. Here you can see in this table the alignment options are there. Top align, middle align, bottom align, align text left, center, align text right. You can choose any one alignment according to your requirement. Next is the warp text. Sometimes the text you type in a cell is too large. It gets hidden on the right side because it does not fit it. The warp text option displays the hidden text in the cell in multiple lines. On the Home tab, click on the warp text option in the alignment group to apply the warp text option. What is the warp text? Sometimes what happens, your text is longer than your cell size. आपकी जो cell की size होती है, your text is too long. That time what's happen? Your text or your data will be hidden. So what should we do? We have to do the warp text. So your text will be adjusted in the multiple line. एक ही cell के अंदर it will be adjusted in a multiple line in a single cell. You can see in this picture. This is without warp and this is after the using warp text option. Next is merging cells. To merge mean to combine or join. You can join two or more cells into a single cell. This feature is used to create heading that covers more than one column. That is called the merging cell. To merge cells, follow these steps. Select the cell that you want to merge. In the alignment group on the Home tab, click on the Merge and Center option. The selected cell will be merged into a single cell. The data in it will be center alignment. If you want to give some headings and whatever you want to require to merge more than one cell, you can select all that cell and then after click on the Home tab and click on the Merge and Center option. By default, your text will be in a center alignment. Next is the inserting row and columns. Suppose after the typing, you need one extra row or column in between of your table or at the last of your table. You can add extra row or columns. You can insert row and columns in an exiting worksheet. Create a simple worksheet similar to figure 6.12 and follow these steps. Here is one example is given. You have to create this worksheet on your computer, and then after how to you insert the extra row or column. First of all, select a cell of a worksheet, for example cell B2. In the cell group on the home tab, click on the insert. The insert cell drop down list appears. Then after, click on the insert sheet row. To insert a row, a new row will be added above the selected cell B2. The data in row 2 will shift to row 3 and so on. You can see in a figure also this picture 6.15. Then click on insert sheet column to insert a column. If you want to insert a column, a new column will be added to the left of the selected cell B2. The data in column B will shift to column C and so on. Here both examples are given. You can see in a figure. If you want to insert the row, you follow these steps. Click on the insert sheet row, and if you want to add the column, you have to click on the insert sheet column. Now sometimes what's happened, you have inserted the extra row or column, and if you want to delete that particular row or column, you can also delete it. To delete row or column, you have to follow these steps. First of all, select a cell of the worksheet, for example cell B2. In the cell group on the home tab, click on the delete. The delete cell drop down list appears, and then after, to select an entire row, click on the delete sheet row option in the delete cell drop down list. Then row 2, the row of the selected cell B will be deleted. The data in row 3 will shift to row 2 and so on. By following these steps, you can delete a row, and if you want to delete a column, you have to choose the delete sheet column option. Here you can see this picture. Whatever you want to delete, you can select a particular option. Now to delete an entire column, click on the delete sheet column option in the delete cell drop down list. Column B, the column of the selected cell B2 will be deleted. The data is column C will shift to column B and so on. Whichever column or row you deleted, the next one column or row's data will be shifted to the previous column or row. Now formatting row, columns and cells. You can change the row height and the column width in a worksheet. You can also fill in color and add borders to the cells. Changing the row height. To change the height of a row, follow these steps. First of all, select any cell of the row. Then in the cell group on the home tab, click on format. The format drop down list appears. Click on row height to open the row height dialog box. Type a value in a row height box and click on OK. You can adjust row height according to the text in Excel. For this, click on auto fit row height in the format drop down list. You can give the size of row height if you know how many height you need the row. So you can give the row height. If you want to fit your row height according to your text or your data, you can choose the option auto fit row height. Same as changing the column width, you can also change the column width. To change the column width, follow these steps. Select any cell of the column. In the cell group on the home tab, click on format. Then the format drop down list appears. Click on column width to open the column width dialog box. Then type a value for the column width and click on OK. You can adjust column width according to the text in Excel. For this, click on Auto Fit Column Width in the Format drop down list. Same as column, you can also select the Auto Fit Column Width and set the same width for the columns in your worksheet. For this, click on Default Width in a Format drop down list. The standard width dialog box opens. Type a value and click on OK. If you want to change all the columns width, and if you want to put particular size of your width or row height, you can click on a default width option. Now filling color in cells. To fill color into selected cell of your worksheet, follow these steps. First of all, select the cell, because without selection you can't do anything. Then after, in the font group on the home tab, click on the fill color button. The fill color drop down list appears. Choose the color. Now you can see your color will be filled. Whatever color you can select from this color box, and if you want to add extra colors, you have to click on a more color option, and whichever color you choose, your color will be filled in your particular cell, selected cell. Then adding borders. To add borders to cell, follow these steps. First of all, select the cell. In the font group on the home tab, click on the borders button. The border drop down list appears. Choose the border style. Click on the line color to choose a color for the border. Click on line style to choose one of the border. One for the border. Here there are so many border options are there. First of all, you select your cell to whom you want to apply the border. Then after, there are so many options are in borders. You can choose any one option. You want to give the bottom border, top border, thick border, and if you want to give the coloring border, you can choose the border color also. Here line color is there, given border line color. You can choose any one color to give the borders. There are different thickness of the border lines. You can also choose the dark line of the border or thin line of the border. Here the time to practice. You have to type this table in Excel. This is row is using by the merge cell option. Here is also merge cell option is used. Here also merge cell option is used. Next is formatting numbers. By default, Excel uses the general format of numbers. This means that no specified number format is applied. However, you can format numbers in many ways. For example, you can add decimal places, currency symbols, or percentage symbols. You can also specify how the date and time are displayed. To format numbers, follow these steps. First of all, select the cell you want to modify. Then after, on the home tab, click on the number format drop down arrow in the number group. The number menu opens. Select the number format that you want. Figure 6.31 shows two examples in which number have been formatted. You can also use the format cell dialog box to apply a number format. Click on the format cell dialog box launcher arrow in the number group to format. Open it. You can format the numbers. Here you can see using the number format. This is by using the number format before formatting, like this is, and after the formatting, here the number are using in a decimal. Here the numbers are using by the percentage. Whichever format you want to use, you can use it. There are so many formats are there: general, number, date and time, percentage, scientific, fraction. All that formats are there. You can choose according to your requirement. Now keyword alignment, position of the data within a cell, it's called the alignment. Warp text, to make the entire text of a cell fit in, that's called the warp text. Merge, to combine or join two or more cells, that's called the merge. You have to write keywords on your notebook, and then after I will send you exercise. You have to complete the exercise. Today's class is over. Now join your hands, do the Shanti mantra. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Sai Ram. Take care.